All right, so got some wheels in, but we'll see how Fitment Industries wants to handle this. But the wheel weights fell off of a few of the wheels, so I have to go get them balanced, which is going to be a great time. So we're going to go do that right now. Okay, so update, back from Wally World, use Walmart to do the balance. It's the cheapest, it's $12 a wheel. So I didn't really give much explanation as to what happened, but basically when I was unboxing the wheels, in one of, like, the wrapped, because they wrap each wheel individually, there's a wheel weight just loose, so obviously it probably fell off that wheel. And then also when I brought them out to the garage, overnight, I came back out and then another one of them dropped all the wheel weights off. But yeah, so went and got them balanced. I'm waiting to see before I really go off how they handle the situation. And also one of the wheels is a little banged up. I'm waiting to see how Fitment Industries handles the situation before I kind of pop off, but even if I will or if I won't. But yeah, so let me turn this around and show you what we got. I might actually show a snippet of the car when it's all done, so you can just kind of cut to the chase to see what it will look like. But this is what we got. These are Apex SM10s. Silver was not my first choice. I wanted black because white car, black. I don't know how the silver is going to look. I've kind of put them next to it. I'm not the biggest fan, but the reason I didn't go with the black is because I've been waiting on these wheels for close, I'd say 4.5 months, almost 5 months, from when I ordered them. I ordered them. I was told they were back ordered, the black ones. And then they were like, they were talking to Apex, Fitment Industries was, which I wish I would have just went with a different company because I could have got the black ones originally and then just mounted the tires and everything. Like, really, the point of having Fitment Industries mount and balance them is pointless because I had to get it done essentially anyway. But, so they hit me up and they were like, hey, this is in May. They're like, the beginning of May. They said in June we could probably get you the silver ones. Black, still, like, there was no date to get them made. So I was like, you know what? I want some wheels because I don't drive the car because this one has a nail in it and I don't feel like plugging it. So I wanted the wheels because I also have the coilovers and I wanted to change up the look of the car. So I decided to go with silver, and if eventually down the line I powder cut them, that's what I do. But we got them in now. They're 18s, 18 by 11 in the rear, plus 44, and then 18 by 10 plus 24 for the front. 275/35 for the front, 305/35 in the rear. So all of this is coming off the inspiration of an M3 that I saw many moons ago. So there's some thick boys. I mean, this is essentially the rear now, which is a 275, and this 305, that's to my hands all day, baby. And I don't have small hands. So that's some meat, which I'm sure everybody knows. Oh, and wrapped in NTO1s. The only downside of Fitment Industries was I had to do NTO1s. This is another downside of it, because you have to match the tire manufacturer. So if I did NTO1s in the rear to get the 305/35s, I'd have to do a Nitto tire in the front, which they're limited on selection. So I had to find a brand that I could do 305/35s and 275/35s, which turns out to be Nitto with NTO1s. So that's what we got. It's an expensive wheel and tire package. I think all total came out to be like $3,800, plus then the coilovers being another $1,000. So we're sitting at about $5,000 plus the wheel studs, because I got studs. That's like another $100. So that's definitely $5,000 in the clear right there. Yeah. Some would say that ceramic coat these first, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. So we're gonna get started with getting started. So I don't know if I want to do the front or the rear. The front will probably be easier. So we're gonna do that, I think. Yeah. That's what we're doing. Got this, I love saying all right, so got the first wheel off, got this bad boy jacked up. We're gonna get in there, I think is the mission. Shout out to Nick right here. About to hear the rattly box start up. Yeah, but done coilovers many a times on many different vehicles. So pretty simple. And yeah, I mean, let me just give you a look. So I'm also doing wheel studs. So the wheel studs are gonna go in here. I'll put the torque spec in. A little bit rusty night. Might hit that with a wire brush. But we got one. Wow, that thing's misfiring to shit, huh? Literally got one on the lower control arm. Well, not on the lower control arm, on the knuckle. And then this is the 5-bolt top, I believe, if I remember correctly off of what I ordered. So then I'm gonna do that. And probably gonna disconnect the sway bar, because usually that creates a pain in the ass situation to occur. So I'm gonna disconnect the sway bar up here. This knuckle bolt in the top, but first thing I'm gonna do is actually do the wheel studs. First one is out. It's kind of a pain in the ass. You're supposed to be able to just hit this and release the strut itself, but that didn't happen. I almost, well, maybe I did. I don't know, that's from my fucking forehead. I almost hit the fender bringing it out, because I brought it out this way, but I just pried these two open and kind of grabbed it, you know. Did a little action on that, but that's one out. I'm gonna clean up in here, because that was part of the reason that struggled so hard. But actually benefits if you disconnect this ABS line right there from the ABS module. Nothing really gets bound up. Like this is free hanging. Still probably don't recommend it, but it's not bad. Bunch of 16s, 16 on the sway bar end link, 16 right here, which also holds in this ABS line bracket. Bunch of 16s up here, as well as E12 and E14, and then some body clips to get off that insulation, and 13s to get the strut bar off. And then, yeah, 16s on those ones right there. But it's actually a perfect time. I'm gonna probably clean up in here, because the construction dirt from over there gets me going. But I'm gonna clean in here and show you what we're working with real quick. So the new news, BCs. Arguably should have went with DS series. These are BRs, because I'm doing coil or spring and bucket still for the rear. Warranty info. I've had these for quite some time now. But yeah, so, oh, new end links too. Sweet. But, you know, it is what it is. It's something, I can tell you that. Yeah, let's see what we got here. Strut down there. Spring. Coil over for the front. So what I'm going to do is probably leave them at the height that they're at. And put them both as the same. You know what I'm saying? So make sure both these fronts are the same. And we'll go from there. That's a good starting point. Oops. But, yeah. So, you know, I love BCs. I don't have DR money. DR, DS, I don't know what they're called anymore. Even though I really do, because they're $100 more expensive. But, yeah, gonna get these into the car, I guess. Okay, so forgot to hit record on the time lapse, but got this bad boy in. what I did first was put it up top, which they're labeled right and left. If you didn't know, the passenger side of a vehicle is the right side. It's from the driver's seat, left and right. But got this bad boy in here. And down in here, I'm waiting to put the new end links in. BC gives new end links. So I'm gonna wait until I do the other side, but put this 16 back in there. Basically just jack the knuckle up, line it up on this bad boy. And yeah, she's in there. So Jack's not supporting it, not anything like that, but still gotta do the wheel studs, but I need Nick to come home for that. All right, since I got that side in, and almost destroyed the fender, didn't though. I'm gonna hop over to the other side. It's a little bit more crammed over there. So I'm just gonna knock all that out and then tie it together, come back when either I'm doing the wheel studs or the end links or whatever comes first. But yeah, so stay tuned. It's a steamer. It's a steamer out today. I'm drenched. For that lower one, what you might have to do is use for the lower, I should say, sway bar end link attachment to the sway bar itself, you might have to use a T30. This is what holds the center, and then a 16 around the outside. This socket wasn't enough, so if you don't know, the diameter right there is a 1/4 inch. So I used 1/4 inch ratchet to hold it in place because it's literally right up against like a piece of plastic, and then a 16 to loosen it all the way. And then the BC end links are 17s with a 5mm Allen on the inside, which is way better because it makes it easier to hold. Yeah, so you can impact the top one. It's without taking off plastics, you can't really get to the lower ones. So I'm basically wrapped up with the front. I'm gonna piece everything back together up top and get ready to throw in the wheel studs. So see how that goes. So as you can see, we got the studs in, and I cleaned off the caliper a little bit for the amount of brake dust that's on it. Didn't do a good job. Sometimes you should just wash the car. But yeah, so they torque between 22 and 25 foot-pounds, or 23 and 25. If I remember, I'll put the link to the Apex studs in the description. So then, if you're interested, you can get the little torque thing. Yeah, so they're in there. Now I'm gonna wait like an hour or something, put the wheel on, let the Loctite harden up. Takes like 24 hours to fully cure, but like 1 hour to start stiffening up. So yeah, wasn't bad, wasn't great, is what it is. So I just wanted to take a quick break to throw this clip in. If you like the video, like it. If you find it useful, like it. If you don't like it, dislike it. Drop a comment down below if you guys have any questions. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. All right. Love you. Enjoy the video. So after struggling on the other side and with the help of Nick, because he's the best, got one of those lug nuts out and got the wheels off. But hey, love, is that bacon? Ow. Thank you. That's gash. Damn. 1 second. So, got the wheels off, and it looks pretty easy. You just drop the lower control arm, and these 3 E-sockets up top. So, we'll see how that goes. And then, just one bolt right there. So hopefully this is easier than the front. Already not off to a great start though, because that one lug nut. So luckily we're getting rid of lug nuts. Mind you, I personally never took that side off. So somebody just sent it to the moon. The previous owner. Good on you. Yeah. So I'm just gonna throw this on the time lapse, and there's like it looks like an 1819. That one looks like an 1819, and then those E-sockets, and then I'm sure, wow, this 5-link suspension is something. I'm sure there's like one of those leveling bar type of things back here, like the ride height adjustments, even though this car doesn't have it, but yeah. So make sure to just connect that if you have it. I don't think mine does, because I think that's where it mounts, and it's not there. So, yep, we're in there. So the time lapse ended, but I got the side back together. The only thing that's real major is you have to take the top hat, focus, the top hat off of the old strut. So, oh, that's not it. I had to, where'd I put it? That ain't it. Right here. There is a socket you can buy. It needs to be a 12-point socket. Or if you have 12-point deep sockets, you can make the socket like I did by just chopping the fuck out of it with a grinder. Because you have to grab the top of this strut and then put a 10 mil wrench to hold the strut from spinning on itself. I tried to use my impact to avoid doing that. That didn't work. So yeah, need to make some. Rest in peace to this snap-on socket. So big waste of money. Maybe I'll 3D print something eventually. That'd be kind of cool, actually. But yeah, so got this side back together. Gonna do the wheel studs real quick. And then yeah, so torque specs for the rest of this stuff tight. You know, if you truly want them, I can get them, but I'm just gonna make them tight. So because they were tight as fuck, getting them off. There's probably some Loctite on them. Yeah, the height wise, I just left them what they came as. Made sure both sides were even, just like I did in the front, and that's I feel like a good starting point. So I'm gonna throw on the wheel studs and then head to the other side. Got the other side basically to where I stopped the time lapse on the other one, so I can give you the rundown. So this is what you have right here. Boom and boom. That doesn't matter. This is all that matters. So we need this piece. So what you have to do, so we can do this one-handed, is you need to get this plastic piece off. God. Just like that, which takes this paper off. You reuse that. Well, I guess you don't have to, but I did. Where the fuck did that go? Probably went under the oven. So right there is why you need the socket, because you have to spin that nut while holding this. This is 10 mil up here, and that's 18 mil in there. So that's why you need that socket combination. So I'm going to get this zip zap zoobied off, put it on to the BC strut, and then get everything back in. So enjoy this time lapse. Yeah. So you know it's never a good time when you have to break out the thread restorer kit. I'm sure you can see in that time lapse, I was struggling with one of those studs. Little did I know the first thread basically was like folded over on itself. So I put the rest in, thread restored it, got it in, torqued 22 to, I'm doing 24 and a half if you're curious. That's what I'm torquing them to. Now I'm gonna Google what a common dampening setting is, because they're kind of a pain. Not the fronts, but the rears are kind of a pain to get to, because you're really going to need to have the wheel off of the car. So I'm going to look up to see what people recommend, and then I'm going to adjust the dampening on both sides. The front I have set to 14. I'll probably end up setting these to 14 from soft for the time being, until I can kind of drive it in and adjust. But if I can see what a lot of people run, that's what I'll go with. So, what is it? It's not a nail, is it? No. This thing's fucking pick up everything, dude. That's what you get. Hope all goes according to penis right now. Oh. Could you imagine? Just doesn't fit. It's 305, 35, 18. Gotta find the lug nuts. So when I was trying to get that stud off, or the wheel bolt out, this is the woes of today. So I have this like protect my wheels socket, you know, and if you can tell, let's see, cracked there and cracked there. So performance tool. I don't know if that's the best place to get your 17 wheels from to protect your wheels. Nick was like, oh, you know, it's supposed to be for soft, but I'm being honest with you. Should have did that. It's a half-inch breaker bar and I was able to break it. Thought it was the wheel bolt, but these fucking suck, dude. Hoping this all works out well. So what I learned, there's a few things I learned actually, but is these threads on these wheel studs, they're strong, but they're not great. Because even yesterday when I was zapping them on, they're getting torn up. Torn up! That 17's so fucking far away. Let me just use this one. Like, I have an impact socket on the other side of the car. I'm far too tired. Straight up. Sit on the hood, please. Thank you. So, since I don't have my little protective socket, we're just gonna go real gentle and try not to touch the wheel. So as I was saying, like the other day, this wasn't my go-to color, but there is a benefit of it. Fitment Industries fucked up 2 of them, or one of them badly. Only another one kind of bad. But this color hides scratches really well. So Nick brought up a great point, and he was like, "Hey, listen, that's great if you ever curb these wheels, because I'm not gonna be able to tell." But yeah, so I'm gonna fucking torque these, but I'm so tired I don't even have a fucking reaction. And my knee was in the way of that shot the whole time. Probably focused on my knee. It's thick. It's good. I won't know until it drops down, but seems like it's pretty good. I don't think it's gonna touch. These fenders are already kind of rolled. I went with, did I already say this? I went with 12 dampening from Soft in the rear. Because 15, so the only comparison I have is FRS. FRS is way lighter, way less power. But Soft usually means more grip because the car can squat, so that's good. So I kind of just erred on the side of caution. But if I need to go up, I need to go up, is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna throw the other wheel on and try to get it off of these Jackson ends. Going for the drop. Moving all this shit. Normal people would say, pick it up! Pick it up! And contrary to popular belief, it's my garage. I'm gonna have to pick it up. Why? Who knows? But this is something. Oops. And go forward. This car loves scaring the fuck out of me. Trunk just fucking open. I'm also gonna unlock the car because this thing loves setting the alarm off. How's she looking, ladies and gents? Mid at best? Yeah, I mean, you know what? That's not horrible. And it's gonna settle just a little bit. I'm not a stance boy, by any means. 2 fingers at an angle. What about this side? 2 fingers at an angle. It's pretty good. What are we up front? We're like 3 up front. No, 2 fingers. I mean, technically speaking, that's the same all around. This is loaded though, because it has the weight on it. Yeah, it's not bad. Probably should go for an alignment at some point in time. I can't really drive this thing. Yep. Because Nick's head gasket on his Ranger did a so he's doing that right in front of this. So gonna have to wait until that's done before I can drive this thing. For competition events only. All right. Yeah, I mean, we did it, kinda. that took way too long. My body's fucking torched. It didn't take long because it was difficult because it wasn't. It took a while just because, you know, things take a while. And my fucking body hurts. So now I gotta clean up all this shit. So, that wraps that up. I'm gonna wait to post this probably until I can get, there's a cool spot that I want to go take some pictures at so I can get like a thumbnail and everything. But I'll maybe throw some clips in at the end. And I know I want to put those clips in the beginning because I want you to know what it looks like so you can figure out if you like this or not. I'm not slamming it. I have to go over speed bumps every single day of my life to go to work. And yeah, also the purpose was really when I was at the tail of the dragon, I noticed I really couldn't be on throttle at all. And now looking at the condition of the tires, actually both of the rears corded, so that's probably why. But also the car would make so much torque that as soon as I get on it, it would just start like leaning out. So like I'd have to wait almost fully until I was straightened out. Not because I didn't want to get nasty, but because obviously there's people on the other lane, so I don't want to fucking kill anybody. So this was kind of my idea to get some better traction on the car. And I guess for like roll race stuff, this is better too. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be grippy. It's going to be great for eventually when I leave Florida. And this is going to be like a mountain thrasher, essentially. Oh, farted. But it's kind of growing on me. At first, I wasn't a huge fan of the silver, but the more I look at it, it kind of looks almost like classy. Which I don't know if silver on white's the go-to. I still think black would have been the better, but there's benefits to these wheels. They hide marks really, really easily and damage. Yeah, that's about it. But yeah, so enjoy the rest of the clips. But I put it in after I wash this thing and drive it to the location. Who knows how long that's going to be. If you have any questions, let me know. Well, really, it's not difficult at all, actually. If you've done coilovers before, it's the same. The only thing that sucks is when it's hot as fuck and you have to work on your back. If you have a lift, good fucking on you. Or even some like quick jacks. About to invest. But yeah, so that's about it. Things to come for the BMW. Probably not much, because I feel like it's unfair that I put $5,000 into this and $0 into that, which is just, once again, a workbench, like it always is, which in reality I need fucking headers for that car and to send the drive shaft to a drive shaft shop. But BMW, eventually I'll get the crank hub done, and yeah, right now it makes the perfect amount of power. Makes probably close to 500, if not 500, depending on the dyno, I guess. So, yeah, maybe some body parts, like a little spoiler, maybe a diffuser, front lip, some skirts, and I want to take those silver M4 badges off the fenders and make them black. So, yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Sorry, I'm rambling way too long. You're probably already gone. Nobody really watches this far anyway. But yeah, any questions, let me know down below. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. Drop a comment. Subscribe. Almost at 500. Alright. Love you. Bye. It's been a while since I've actually been able to do anything, and I've had the wheels done. Nick's Ranger was broken in front of it. We just got it done last Friday. It is now Tuesday. I've driven the car now 2 days. Not much, just to work and back. Yeah, it's pretty decent. It handles really well. No rubbing, no anything, just on the height that it's at. It's not slammed. It's not. And also, this isn't a tire set up to be slammed on at all. A lot of grip, a lot of road noise on the NT01s, which to be expected. But there's grip, that's for sure. Sorry, I'm not going to have some. I wanted to go to a spot that I've been trying to get to for a while now to actually go get some pictures and stuff, but across the street's gonna have to do because I've been waiting so long already for this video, and I just want to get it out. So I hope you enjoy. It looks pretty good. I think black would have looked better, but this is actually, the more I'm looking at it, the more this is growing on me. Yeah, it's basically it for now for the BMW. It's pretty good where it's at. I'm gonna go drop it off to get it tinted probably. And yeah, it's a solid car. Can't wait to be able to actually thrash it on some mountains. Maybe I'll take it up to the Northeast before, or sometime this fall or something like that, so I can go thrash. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. If you liked it, hit the like button. Disliked it, dislike it. Yeah, subscribe. If you have any questions, put them down below. Yeah, thanks for watching again. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you.